some folks know from experience. It looks like some folks know from experience what God is able to do. It looks like some folks know from experience what God has been able to do. I'm looking at a church that looks like they know what God has been able to do. Didn't he bring you out of that situation? Didn't he change your circumstances? Didn't he heal you when you was in that sick room? Didn't he make a way for you in that courtroom? Didn't he do it? Didn't he do it? Didn't he do it? You ought to look at somebody and say, didn't he do it? I'm looking at some people whose situation said one thing, but God spoke another. I'm looking at some folks whose situation declared one thing, but out of your mouth you're declaring another. I'm looking at some folks who know from experience, not what the songwriter says, but you know in your own life that he is able. Is there anybody who can testify? Who's been through the storm and the rain, who's been through some difficult moments in your life, but you know for a fact that God is able. Ephesians chapter 3, we're going to look at one verse. Ephesians chapter 3, verse 20. Ephesians chapter 3, verse 20.
Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord.
I'm not going to wait on you, I'm just going to go ahead and go. Paul says, now unto him that is able to do exceeding abundantly above all that we can ask or think. Paul says, now unto him. Who are we talking about it? Now unto him who is able to do exceeding abundantly above all that we can ask or even think about. Now unto him, that's right now, who is able to do exceeding abundantly above all. You ought to look at somebody and say, I'm expecting. Come on, you ought to open up your mouth and just make a declaration in this place. And somebody shout, I'm expecting. You didn't say it with the kind of passion that you really can say it with. You ought to look at your neighbor and say, baby, I don't know about you, but I'm expecting. Now is your opportunity to switch seats with somebody. You might need to find somebody who agree like you. You need to find somebody that you can be in agreement with and say, listen, I don't know about you, but I'm expecting. Somebody shout, I'm expecting. Be seated, be seated, be seated, be seated. Somebody say, I'm expecting. I'm expecting. Listen, to say I'm expecting, I'm not talking about in terms of a maternal pregnancy. I'm not talking about a paternal or a patriarchal expectation. To say I'm expecting means to be looking forward to something. It means to be awaiting something to happen. One thing that I've observed from my infant son, David, is that David fully assumes that he's going to be taken care of. David fully assumes that he's going to be taken care of. He fully assumes that all of his needs are going to be met. When he's wet, he believes that if he raises his voice loud enough, or now what he does, if he can go get a diaper and wave it in your face, he knows that he's going to be changed. If he's hungry, he's just going to hover around your plate until until you appease him. If he doesn't do that, he just might go into the kitchen pantry himself, and he's going to be standing there waiting on somebody to oblige him for what he's looking for. Listen, David understands that if he's feeling the need for a little love and attention, he's just going to come up to you and pull at your shirt a little bit, and he's going to wait till your eyes lock into his eyes, and somehow or another you're just going to reach down and pick him up. You're going to feel compelled to reach down and pick. I don't know how or why he made these assumptions. He wasn't taught to have these kind of inclinations. He hasn't been trained nor developed to embellish this particular skill set that enables him to get exactly what he wants. Somehow or another, he just knows that he's going to be taken care of. And the truth of the matter is that he just showed up that way. We didn't have to teach him anything. He just kind of came out knowing that he was going to be provided for. I don't know where he gets it from. I just think, however, I do believe that many of us would be much better if we had just a little bit of that in us. I believe most of us would be a little bit better if we just had a little bit of that in us. I'm not talking about in terms of entitlement. I'm talking about having the spirit of expectancy. I'm not talking about entitlement. I'm talking about having the spirit of expectancy. Where you just know that God is going to take care of you. Where each and every morning you rise, washes, and you shine. When every morning that God gives you can get up proclaiming, this is the day that the Lord has made, and I will rejoice. And you don't understand how powerful that really is. When you make a declaration about your day, when you can wake up each and every morning and say, this is the day that the Lord, guess what? You can do that every single day of your life. Every time you roll out of the bed and your feet hit the floor, you can open up your mouth and say, this is, I'm not talking about yesterday, this is the day that the Lord has made. And everything the Lord made, if you look in Genesis, everything he made, he turned around and looked at it and said, is good. So you ought to be able to open up your mouth and say, this is the day that the Lord has made, and I will, somebody say, I will rejoice. I will, you didn't say it like with mission, you said, open up your mouth and say, I will rejoice. I will rejoice. I will rejoice. I will be glad. This is the day that the Lord has made, and I will rejoice and be glad. Be glad. And I don't know how you feel about it, but I can say it with certainty that I believe God to do. In other words, I can say with certainty that I'm expecting. Hopefully by the time we get to the end of the sermon, you can agree with me that you are expecting. That you are expecting. I'm telling you, when I walk up to people and I say hello, I expect a response. I'm trying to help somebody. When I walk up to the counter and I give them that money, I expect them to give me my products. So you gotta listen. You gotta know when you open up your mouth and when you declare a thing in the atmosphere. So when you open up your mouth and you declare, quit calling your children trifling, or you can be expecting trifling children. Quit telling your husband he ain't nothing, or your wife that she don't support. Listen, when you open up your mouth and you decree a thing, you can expect what you decree. Somebody shout, I'm expecting. I'm expecting. Listen, the text says, now unto him. Let's set the context. Let's set the context. It's not that we have mishandled this text. I just think that it's important to understand the text. So the context of the text is this. People of God, allow me to submit to you that this was not just a proclamation made by Paul. No, this passage in particular was actually, listen, a part of a prayer by Paul. This wasn't just a proclamation, this was Paul's prayer. This was a prayer for the church in Ephesus. I like how Eugene Peterson translates it in the Message Bible. He says, if you pick it up at the 14th verse, it says, listen, he says, my response is to get down on my knees before the Father. He says, I asked him to strengthen you by his Spirit. Not a brute strength, but a glorious inner strength. That Christ will live in you as you open up the door and invite him in. Paul says, and I ask him that with both feet planted firmly on love, that you'll be able to take in with all of the followers of Jesus this extravagant dimensions of Christ's love. Paul says that we might be able to reach out and experience the breadth, to test its limit, to plumb its depth, and to even rise to his height. Paul says, I'm praying for you that you will live full life, full in the fullness of God. Yeah. That was Paul's prayer for the church. And then he adds to it in verse 20, he says, just in case you did not know it, Paul says, just in case you didn't know, God can do anything. He says, just in case you did not know it, God is able to do anything. Listen, before we go any further, can I pause parenthetically to say, I'm glad today that somebody was praying for me. Before I go any further, I want to say thank God for somebody was, I know a whole lot of folk have talked about me, but I'm glad today that there was somebody in my life that was praying for me. I know that I'm not by myself. Is there anybody here who is glad that somebody was praying for you? Is there anybody who's glad that you had somebody in your life that would get down on bended knees on your behalf? Is there anybody here who is glad that somebody opened up their mouth and talked to the Father in heaven? Is there anybody here that grandma went to a prayer closet on your behalf? Is there anybody here that knows that somebody went to a secret place and called out your name? Is there anybody here who knows that somebody took time out of their day to mention you to God? I wish somebody understood that. And somebody prayed for me. It was the mighty clouds of joy who said, when you go down to the altar, please don't forget to pray for me. And then it was Bishop Morton who came. That was old school. But Bishop Morton said, if you pray for me, he said, I'll pray for you. And if you pray for me, watch this. Both of us can watch God change some things in our life. I wish I had some folks who understood that prayer changes things. And if I pray for you, and you pray for me, we can watch God change things in both of our lives. I wish I had a church who understood the power that was in prayer. That when you go down to the altar, and you get before the Father, and you say, Father, I want you to bless my neighbor. I want you to bless. Listen, you ought to be praying for somebody right now. You ought to hold on by the hand and Lord, I just want you to bless my neighbor, Lord. I want you to bless my friend. I want you to bless my sister. I want you to bless my brother. I want you to bless my church member. I want you to bless my wife. I want you to bless my husband. You ought to open up your mouth and bless somebody. If I pray for you and you pray for me, you do. Some of y'all might know this. Some of y'all may not. But when David, listen, some of y'all know we had an experience when David was born. I'm talking about prayer, but I remember we took him to the doctor, and the doctor said, well, we want to do a surgery on him. He was about 9 days old at that time. We want to do surgery on him, like surgery on somebody who's 9. Listen, don't you know he been in NICU already? We don't want to take him out of NICU, get left the hospital only to go to another hospital for somebody to say they want to operate on him. So I'm telling you, I know about the power of prayer. Watch this. We call the saints. Anybody, somebody ain't never had to call the saints. We call the saints. And the saints showed up in the hospital. And the saints went to war on David's behalf. Not only did the saints go to war on David's behalf, I had some good friends who I knew they were powerful, but they called us on their telephones and prayed over the telephone so hard that the room started shaking. I'm talking about, I know the power of prayer. Listen, we prayed so hard on David's behalf that the next morning, I saw the doctor down in the waiting room, and the doctor said, David has been on my mind all night long. had been praying all night long. The doctor said, David has been on my mind all night long. And I'm sure, I have 100% certainty that I don't want to touch it. I believe that this is the family that can go home without a surgery. And can I say to you on this day, David has never been under the knife. But he's the strongest little joker I know. I know about the power of prayer. And there are anybody here who knows that there was somebody who's been praying for you. Matter of fact, the only reason you're in your seat right now is because somebody went to God on your behalf. You ought to open up your mouth and say, somebody pray for me. So somebody pray. Listen, you might not know it, but I go to prayer for y'all every morning. So even if you like me or you don't like me, I'm praying for you. And so I don't care now about your feelings. I got a job to do and that's to cover you. And so my prayers go out every morning with your name on it. I need you to know that somebody is praying. Somebody is praying. This was Paul's prayer for the church. The text says, now unto him. So here it is. Instead of saying amen, this is Paul's prayer, right? Verse 14 all the way to verse 19 was Paul praying. And see, he gets down to verse 20, he says, now unto him. See, if you really thought about it, you understand how odd that is. Most of the time we end our prayer, we say, amen. Paul doesn't say amen. Paul says, now unto him. Instead of saying amen, Paul chooses to close with this doxology. Doxology in the Greek is comprised of two words, doxa meaning glory, logia or logia meaning saying. Doxa meaning glory, logia meaning saying. Put it together, glory, saying. Listen, a doxology is just a fancy way of saying rendering praises unto God. All right. Doxology is just a fancy way of saying giving praise unto God. So listen, so when Paul says in this doxology, he says, now unto him who is able. I need you to understand that Paul is suggesting, he's suggesting to us that even in your prayers, I wish somebody catch this, even in your prayers, it's all right to give God the praise. Even in your prayers, it's all right to give God praise. Watch, people of God, we oftentimes we get too caught up in our prayers just by, listen, we pray, and in our prayer, we just plead and petition for God to provide. And when we get too caught up in our prayers, all we do is plead and petition for God to provide. But Paul is saying, listen, when you pray, you ought to take time to pray. Paul is trying to get us to know this. He said, when you pray, to give God praise. I wish I could ask you a question. Hallelujah. I wonder on today how many of you came, not with your hands out, but you came with your hands lifted up. I wonder how many of you came here today not looking for something to hold, but you came looking for a chance to holler. David said, can I agree with David? David said, I was glad when they said unto me, come on, let's have church. I was glad when they said unto me, let us. Somebody's been looking forward to Sunday morning. I was glad when they said unto me, I wish we could have church. I was glad when they said unto me, it's Sunday and I can go into the sanctuary. I was glad when they said unto me, let us. Is there anybody who came expecting to give God a praise? Is there anybody outside? You didn't come with no hidden agenda. You didn't come to see who you can see. You didn't come to see who was going to sing. You came to give God praise. You didn't come to spy out the land. You came to give God praise. You didn't come to show off your new outfit. You came to, if there were anybody here who came this morning just to give God. There's somebody that said, well, I don't know, I really don't like to make all that noise. I like to sit and listen. I like to remain calm, and you know, my demeanor don't call for me to get out of my seat and all that. Listen, they can praise, but I just came to get my word and go home. I just came to get my blessing and go home. But can I help somebody? Listen, there was a hurricane that swept through the Houston area. Listen, there was a hurricane on last night that's sweeping through the Florida area. However, there was a hurricane that missed us. That was your chance to praise. If there were anybody who knows that, listen, you didn't block the hurricane, God blocked it. If you didn't block that bullet, God blocked it. You didn't block that repo man, God blocked it. You didn't block that contractor, God blocked it. There was some stuff that only God did. Listen, if the God did, you ought to open up your mouth and give God praise. Okay. It's funny to me that it's funny to me that if somebody says let's start this thing off right, we get up and we start buck jumping. But if somebody says open up your mouth and give God praise, you just don't put your hands together and pat our prison like listen. But God wasn't prison when He got on that cross for you. God won't be in prison when He shed His blood for you. God won't be in prison when He went into that grave for you. So you ought to open up your mouth and give God a pat of the bell praise. Pat the bell that I get ugly when I got upset. I get ugly when I gotta open up my mouth and give it the best. I get ugly when I think about all the things that God has done. I get ugly. You ought to open up your mouth and give God an ugly praise. Touch your neighbor and say, you being too cute. You being too cute. God wasn't cute when he listen. He wasn't cute when he had to go through backstabbing and betrayal. It wasn't cute when his best friend turned his back and they turned their back on him. It wasn't cute when he was in that garden sweating bullets. But however, no matter how bad it got, he kept on going on your behalf. It wasn't cute. But because he wasn't cute, you ought to not be cute. Don't open up your mouth and release a shout in this place. There's two types of praises. You can praise God for what He's done. And then it's what I call a prophetic praise. You can praise God for what you believe He's going to do. I said you can praise God for what He's done. That's past tense. But a prophetic praise is you praise God for what you believe He's going to do. That's a prophetic praise. Is there anybody who can open up their mouth prophetically and say, God, I thank you for paying off my student loan. I thank you for getting my coffee. I thank you for making my marriage better. I thank you for opening up my finances. I thank you that my baby just got saved. You ought to push your neighbor and say, your prophetic praise is too cute. When I say patting the bell praise, this is what I mean.
Thank you, God. Thank you, God. Thank you.
That was sacred. Let me go sacred. Listen, Paul had what I call a crazy praise. Paul had a crazy praise. What do you mean he had a crazy praise? Paul would be locked up in jail with shackles on his hands and his feet, had a death sentence over his life. But the Bible said at midnight, Paul opened up his mouth and gave God a praise that didn't make sense at all. Somebody shout, that's crazy. However, no matter how crazy it was, something began to happen when Paul gave God a crazy praise. I need you to understand that if you open up your mouth right now and you give God a praise that don't make sense, something in your life is going to start shaking up. Something in your life is going to start breaking away. Something in your life got to change without you giving God a praise for something He hasn't even done. Open up your mouth and praise. You've been trying to figure out how you gonna get it, how you gonna make it happen. You've been trying to figure out how you was gonna make that bill go away. You've been trying to figure out how your body was gonna get better. You've been trying to figure out how your change was gonna come. You can listen to Sam Cooke all you want, but change don't gonna come by the name of Sam Cooke. When you open up your mouth and you give God a prophetic praise, Lord, I thank you for my marriage. is straight. Maybe your finances have been messed up a long time, but when you open up your mouth and you decree a thing, that's what I call crazy. When your praise don't match your situation. When your praise don't match what you're going through. The doctor just gave you a crazy diagnosis, but when you can open up your mouth and say, I'm healed. Thank the Lord for my deliverance. Thank the Lord that you made my body right. You gotta I call a prophetic prayer. You can praise him for what he's done, or you can praise him for what you believe he's going to do. I don't know what you're expecting, but you got to start praising him like it's already done. I praise God for 4816. I praise God for a new sanctuary. I praise God for butts in the seats. I praise God for doing a brand new thing. I praise God for what he's going to do. The songwriter says, I see you in the future. That's prophetic. And you look better. I'm looking at a whole bunch of entrepreneurs. I'm looking at a whole bunch of successful people. I'm looking at a whole bunch of graduates with degrees and master degrees and even doctors. I'm looking at a whole bunch of folks who are at the head of the table. Well, I don't know that God can do that. You ought to look at somebody and say, my God is able. I don't know about you. Yeah, verse 20. Verse 20 of the text, Paul is speaking to the church at Ephesus when he lets them know that God is able. He says, for this reason, this is Paul's prayer now. He says, for this reason I bow my knees before the Father. According to the riches of his glory, that he might grant you to be strengthened with power. I'm reading another translation. That he might be strengthened with power through his spirit in your inner being. So that Christ may dwell in your hearts through faith. That you, being rooted and grounded in love, may have strength to comprehend. And to know the love of Christ that surpasses your knowledge. That you may be filled with all the fullness of God. Listen, Paul understood that this walk with Christ would be challenging. And that whatever we needed from God, that God was able, I said that wrong, somebody should have stopped me, that God is able to produce what you need. That's Ephesians chapter 3, but I'm reminded of Exodus chapter 3. When Moses met with God at the burning bush, he asked God, he says, whom shall I say sent me? Some of y'all know the story. God says, well, tell them I am who I am. If you said that, you're still in the house. I am who I am. In other words, he said, I'll be whoever you need me to be. He said, I am who I am. In other words, I'll be whoever you need me to be. That was Exodus 3. But here we are in Ephesians 3. And Paul says that God is able. In other words, not only is he able to be whatever you need him to be, but he's able, watch this, to do whatever you need him to do. You ought to shout, he's able. Paul says not only is he able to be whatever you need him to be, he's able to do whatever you need him to do. I need you to understand that when you show up in a doctor's office, he's able to be a healer. When you show up, listen, when you show up at 201 Papa, he's able to be a lawyer. When you show up, listen, when all your friends have walked out on you, listen, he's able to be a friend. When you don't have anybody else to turn to and tell them your secrets, he's able to be a confidant. He's able to be a bridge over troubled waters. He's able to be the chief cornerstone. Old folks said he's able to be a lily in the valley. He's think the children of Israel found out that he's able to be a rock in a weary land. He's able to be a rock in the wilderness. He's able to be the rock of your salvation. I need you to touch somebody and say, whatever I need him to be, he can be it. And whatever I need him to do, that means if you need him to touch somebody, somebody shout, he'll do it. If you need him to show up in your situation, somebody shout, he'll do it. If you need him to pay a bill, somebody shout, he'll do it. If you need him to save your grandbaby, somebody shout, he'll do it. If you need him to not operate on your son, somebody shout, he'll do it. I don't know what you need him to do, but somebody shout, he will do it. You ought to look at somebody and say, he's able. He's able. No, I want you to testify that he's able. He's able. You ought to look at somebody and say, listen, you might be sitting beside somebody who's never put God to the test. And they've never had to deal with God showing up in your situation, but because you got experience on the job, your resume ought to reflect. You ought to do a verbal resume right here. And say, listen, neighbor, I don't know about you, but can I just tell you that my God is able? I'm not asking you to agree with me. I'm just telling you what I know. That my God is able. See, the stuff that I went through in my life should have took me out, but my God is able. People talked about me and scandalized my name, but my God is able. I don't have the qualification to have the job I got, but my God is able. I don't have the money to pay the bill that I got, but somehow I keep on eating. My God is able. I didn't even pay my life bill, but my life still come on. My God is able. Is there anybody who can testify to your God? Your God. Somebody shout he's able. So the text says, now unto him that is able to do exceedingly, abundantly, above all we can ask or think. Watch this. Not only is he able, but Paul adds more to it. Not only is God able, but Paul adds more to it. He says that God is exceedingly able. That's about to shout me right there. Now, he's able is enough. But then they say he's exceedingly able. Let me hear something. You know how they say, man, she's fine. No, she's super fine. He handsome. No, baby, he is super handsome. See, you know what I'm talking about. Not only is God is able, but he's exceedingly able. But when I keep on reading the text, I noticed that Paul, he didn't stop there. He says not only is God exceedingly able, but according to Paul, he is exceedingly and abundantly able. That was enough to shout me right there. Not only is God able, but he's exceedingly able. Then Paul adds something to it. He said he's exceedingly and abundantly able. Is there anybody know that? Listen, when you thought that God couldn't do it, he did it anyway. When you looked over your own life, you said he shouldn't do it, he did it anyway. That means God is not able, but he's exceedingly and abundantly able. But just when I thought that was enough, I kept on reading. And then I noticed that Paul, he added some more to it. He didn't take away, he added more to it. Paul says, not only is God able to do exceeding and abundantly, watch this, he said he's able to do it above all. Not only is God able, but he's exceedingly able. What? He's abundantly able. What? Guess what? Above all. Somebody shout above all. When I reached my limits, he went above all. When I got to my breaking point, he went above all. When I got to the point where I thought I couldn't go no more, he said, no, I got more than that. You can go above all. Just when I thought it was over, God went above. And then I know when I thought he had got to the climax, when I thought that he got to his climax of his description of God's characteristics, Paul said not only is God able, but he's exceedingly able, abundantly able, above all that I can ask. It ain't too big. He can do stuff that you haven't even asked for. Matter of fact, the Bible tells me that there was a spirit who prays for us when I don't know what to pray about. When I can't think to ask for it, he asks on my behalf. And not only will he ask it, but Paul says that he can do it. Not just can he do it, but he do it good. And not just good, but real good. Paul says exceedingly good, abundantly good, above all good. Even stuff that I can't ask for, he's that good. Somebody ought to open up your mouth and say, he is just good. And then I kept on reading. I said, hold on, Paul. You ain't got no more to it. He said, then I got some more, didn't he? He said, you thought it was over. That preached me right there. Just when you thought it was over. God said, I got some more. Just when you thought it was over. God said, I got a little bit more strength left for you. Just when you thought it was over. God said, I'm going to make a way out of no way. Just when you thought it was over.
Yes, Lord. Thank you, Lord.
See, they buried them on Friday. Folks thought it was over. They got to Saturday. Folks thought it was still over. But early that Sunday morning, exceedingly, abundantly, above all, that I can ask of me. He has some more. Paul said there's some more to it. God can do stuff you haven't even thought about.
Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord.
God can do things that you haven't even thought about. That's the kind of God you serve. Can I suggest to you on today, and I'm closing when I say this. That's the reason why you can't stop now.
Go ahead.
That's the reason why you can't stop. That's the reason why you can't stop dreaming. That's the reason why you can't stop believing. Don't stop believing. I'm an 80s kid. I used to grow up on that white MTV. I know all those songs. They come on the radio and we go in. But that's the reason why you can't stop believing. That's the reason why you can't stop working. That's the reason why you can't stop sowing. That's the reason why you can't stop pushing. Don't grow weary in well doing, because in due season, that's the reason why you can't stop. Listen, you can't stop being in go mode. It may take 9 months to show up, but I'm expecting. It may take 9 years to matriculate, but I'm expecting. Matter of fact, I don't know how long it's going to take, but I'm expecting. I'm anticipating. Tiptoe anticipation on the move of God in my life. Songwriter says he may not come when you want him, but he's always. He may not come when it makes sense for you. He may not come according to your boss's plan. He may not come according to your career goals. He may not come according to the plan that you wrote on your vision board. But I need you to keep going. I need you to keep expecting. I need you to keep anticipating the move of God in your life. I don't know about you, but I'm expecting God to do something miraculous in my life. I've worked too hard just to say I worked too hard. I've cried too many tears just to say I've cried tears. I've been up to my neck in worries just to be worrying. I'm expecting God to do What I can't do by myself. There's some things I can't do in my own power. There's some things I can't do according to my own strength. But I'm expecting. I'm anticipating. You know what anticipation is? Anticipation. I apologize that I make all these basketball and sports analogies, but God knew who was. He knew He called when He called me. He called an athlete. It just is what it is. And that's, you know, in basketball, we call it shooting the gap. I'm going to come get you. We call it shooting the gap. What is shooting the gap? That means when you anticipate somebody throwing a pass from here to there, and you anticipate it. So you shoot the gap. And in other words, you move before it happens. Because you see it with your spiritual eye, your body responds without you even thinking about it. And you shoot the gap, anticipating that the pass is going to come. And I found out in my life that when I shoot the gap, when I move before it happens, God has a way of just blessing me. I was expecting the dude to throw the pass, and because I guessed right, I got rewarded with the ball. People of God, I want you to understand that when you anticipate a move of God, that means you don't wait till He do it. You move as though it's already done. The door of the church is open.